And we're going to roll in 10,
I don't know what
9,
I look like.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to this episode of Away with Words, the podcast. It's your girl, Bree Stories.
It's A Tati.
And it's MJM Kid.
Hi.
Hello.
What date is it when this episode comes out?
The year is?
That's a good question.
That is a good question, right? So
Who knows?
We're closer to thanks.
The 21st.
Oh, the week of
November.
thanks?
Happy Thanksgiving.
No. Oh, yes.
It's the 21st.
Okay.
Look.
You're like, it's the 21st. I'm like, oh, okay.
That
so
was
sorry.
insane of me. Happy Thanksgiving week, you all.
Yes.
If you're listening to this, if you're looking at this rather on YouTube, comment below 3 things that you're thankful for. Do it now.
Yeah, hurry up.
It's not just for us. Hurry up. It's not just for us. It's for you. People who express gratitude on a daily basis have like a much higher chance of just like having an enjoyable life. So
Yeah.
you're welcome.
Word.
Housekeeping.
Yeah, let's
Please
clean
make
that
sure
house
that you
up.
are subscribed. And you know what? It's about to be a new year, right? And good things come to those who ask for them and demand them also. So I am asking and also demanding that you share this podcast with people that you care about, that you take the conversations from this podcast and you utilize them in your own conversations with the people that you are in relationship with, because that's what it's all about. You know, it's not really just about us talking to ourselves. It's about us using these conversations to relate to people like you.
Right.
I feel like if this was like real close up, like it seems really crazy and intense. But no, yes, please share this podcast in whatever way you feel possible. Whether it is sharing on Apple Podcasts or wherever you're listening to the podcast, or sharing on YouTube. It's really easy these days. You just like hold it down and then it says it right there. Share, copy link. Put it
Like
wherever.
you do this thing, like you just like put your finger on
It's
your phone.
super simple.
And like,
I just did it this morning. I listen to a lot of podcasts, and sometimes I listen to podcast episodes that are in direct alignment with the conversation that I just had with someone. And then I share it, and I'm like, yo, listen to this. We were just talking about this.
Yeah, I do
So
that all
do
the
that.
time. Yeah.
Yeah, so please share this podcast, review, rate, all of the things that will continue to help us get in front of people just like you, and people not just like you, people maybe with more money than you. Please
Exactly.
do so. And we thank you for doing it, and we're thankful for you. So let's break some ice.
okay. So,
I love your nails, by the way, Tots.
thank you. After one of our last conversations, we got 2 comments that were questions about
Oh yes,
the conversation that we had about, what was the title of that episode? What did I tell you?
Love is respect.
love is
Love is
respect.
From the Love is Respect episode. And he specified exactly who each question was to.
Yeah,
specifically.
call
Came
y'all
at our
out.
neck.
So he
Good.
said,
Good.
Tati, I agree the first dude was disrespectful, but why do you think the second guy is disrespectful? She asked the question, would you prefer that he lied? So what I'm assuming this question is about was, I talked about a part in the show Love is Blind where there was a couple, and they discussed that at some point in time, the girl asked the guy to rate her on a scale of 1 to 10.
Yeah.
And he rated her a 9. And then, for some reason, she proceeded to ask him, is there anybody here that you think is a 10? And he said, yeah, that girl and that girl, basically.
Why do you have to explain it like that? Yeah, her and her.
Yeah.
Since you asked.
That's how I think it went.
Since you bring it up.
And I said that I felt like it was very disrespectful. And so his question is, what about that is disrespectful? Because would you have preferred he lied? I don't think, it's not the honesty that is disrespectful. It's more so, I don't even know how to, I'm trying to think how to explain it. Because I still stand by it. Yes, I think it was very disrespectful.
Exactly.
I still think it was very disrespectful. But no, I do. There was also a part in it when he asked her, oh, would you have preferred that I lied? Would you prefer me say that, oh, you're the only woman I see? And her response was, no, because now I know moving forward that that's bullshit. And I think that is what is hurtful about it. It's not that, obviously, we know you see other women. We know that you are going to go through life thinking that somebody else is attractive. But that in your own mind, that you don't see me as stacking up to somebody that you see that you think is a 10 out of 10, or that I can't think in my mind like, oh, when you're in a room full of women, I'm the only one you see. The fact that I can't think that on some level, I think is very hurtful. Maybe disrespectful isn't the right word.
That's what I was gonna say.
Maybe I should say it's not disrespectful. It's very hurtful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is. What is your intention?
Yeah, and the honesty of it, honestly, for her, that it just should have been an eye-opening moment.
Right.
That, oh, you do not see me in the way that I would prefer my partner to see me. Because by no means do I walk through life thinking like, I'm the baddest bitch on the planet. But do I want my man to walk around thinking I'm the baddest bitch on the planet? Yes. And if he can tell me like otherwise, then you're not the one for me, baby.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks
Yeah.
for
And
clearing
then
that up.
the second question,
More drama.
He had a question for
specifically
me
to
too.
Bree,
Okay. She
Yeah.
talks
was
fast, too.
sounds like you're saying you would like your man to lie. No. Sounds like you're saying
I
you
would
would
lie
lie
to my
to
man.
your man.
Oh.
That's not. That was not my intention, and whatever I said, I vaguely remember exactly what I said. But it's not about lying. It's about reframing the conversation so that we get to the root of what really matters. Does it really matter, my love, whether I think other people here are more attractive than you? Or does it matter that you need some reassurance in this moment? You need to feel affirmed in this moment. You need to feel loved in this moment. Let's reframe it to what actually matters. That's
rating is
going to
hurt your
trying
feelings.
to like. That's what I was trying to get at, which is like not trying to divert the conversation. Like if my nigga is like, you think I'm gonna find this person in here? I'm using that same example, but that might not be exactly what I was talking about then. But if my nigga's like, do you think I'm gonna find this nigga here? And I want to know, what exactly do you really want? Do you really want me to talk about? Because I also feel I feel weird about, like, I don't know. Like, I feel weird about, the thing of lying to someone to appease their feelings, quote unquote lying. But because, like, if I'm in a room full of niggas and my nigga is present and I think that all of these niggas are fine as fuck and you're asking me if I think these niggas are fine as fuck or if I think they're finer than you, what is it that you really want? Let's not even do that. Like, my attention is on you.
That sounds like trouble.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot. You know what I'm saying? So, listener, we appreciate you engaging. But no, my intention is not to encourage that we lie to our partners. My intention is that we get to the roots of what our partner is really seeking when they ask questions like that. When your woman is asking if she looks fat in her jeans, or you know what I'm saying, or when a nigga is asking whose pussy is this, you know what I'm saying? There's a real answer to that, and it's not his. But we say it's yours. Right. And is that a lie? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, sometimes it's a lie. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm getting at? It don't have nothing. All it has to do with is getting to the root of what's really being needed in that moment.
Yeah. I don't think you should ever lie to your partner. I don't believe in the whole lying to someone to make them feel better thing. I just think that your truth.
Because what is your intention?
I think that hearing your truth is just letting me know, oh, this isn't what I thought it was necessarily. We're not where I thought we were. I would not have preferred him to be like, babe, no, clearly a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Off the ratings, you're 15. I would not have preferred you to say that if that's not how you felt. That's not what I want. But I think that when you hear those truths.
It's a way to handle it.
You
gotta handle it.
You gotta move around.
Yeah, we just gotta get better at communicating, guys.
Yeah.
Says we haven't checked in.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I guess
physically,
you're up. Oh,
me?
You're up.
Physically, you're right. I do have to pee, but you know what? I'm an adult.
I knew it.
And I'm gonna hold it. So there's that. Emotionally, I'm feeling just through the roof with joy.
Really, through the roof.
I'm not going to tell the viewers and the listeners what I'm drinking because they're not paying me to talk about it.
Yeah, that's true.
But let's just say, and no, it's not alcohol. Y'all, I have not.
Right.
I've not hit the bricks that quickly. But yeah, I feel fantastic. Joy and y'all. I'm happy because I'm in communion with these beautiful blacks. Love that for me. But also, okay, what is it physically?
Emotionally.
My attention is currently on. This morning I made love to myself standing up.
Oh, that's fun. How'd that go?
I'll never get it out of my head. It was the best decision I've ever made.
Really?
So that's what my attention is currently on.
Can I know where you were standing?
I had my foot up on my bed,
Mm-hmm.
and I was standing on the side of my bed.
Oh, nice. In your room.
Superb.
That's
Like,
what's
you
up.
know when you just have a thought and an idea?
Yeah.
And a lot of times we're laying in bed and we're like, that's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Inspired action. When you have a thought, if it's available to you, just do it.
Yeah.
Just try it.
Do you be in the mood, or do you put yourself in the mood? Like, did that thought pop into your head because you were already in that moment, or were you just like, let's try something?
Yeah.
And then you put yourself in that space.
You know what? I can't tell you. I don't know, because I think that a lot of times I think that masturbation to me is sometimes a response to a lot of different things. It's not always like I feel a thing there. You know,
Yeah.
Not
sometimes
always
it's like
sexy time.
yeah. Sometimes I'm just like, you know, what else am I doing? You know, so I don't.
Yeah, definitely.
But then we get there or whatever. But yeah, so to that, I don't know. But yeah, just try.
Was it with your Amazon gift?
It was with my Amazon gift.
that.
Shout out to Julia.
Yeah. Don't
We
not
do
again.
this every time.
You
Every
can't.
time.
I didn't even finish it.
Yeah,
was just
I was like, because we did it before.
But yeah, it was.
I can't help it. I have bad word association. Guys.
I have to get used to that because it's very fancy. This is my first. I think this is my first item that is a charger. Has a charger,
it.
not batteries. So I have to get used to that. But yeah, it's fantastic.
When it's on low battery, does it not feel as
Correct. And I didn't.
And
I
when
didn't
it's charged
realize.
up? Okay, I
yes.
knew it.
And I didn't realize that until once you
Right.
do charge it and then you do it again, you're like, oh, okay, cool. But then also it dies,
Yeah.
and you don't know that it's. I guess maybe I don't be looking at it while
Right.
So I
Come on, let's
maybe
check the
maybe there's
batteries
a
on.
way to see if it's on low battery
The app.
because you don't.
I'm just kidding. I
oh.
have no idea. I'm just
I
making
didn't think
stuff
about that.
up.
I mean, maybe.
I need to get into toys because
But,
I have ideas.
So I don't know that it's on low battery until it dies while I'm using it.
Yeah.
So that but it's the same with batteries too. But anywho, so yeah, that is what my attention is currently on. Spiritually, I tweeted about this the other day. I feel, what did I say? I feel like God is a child.
Oh,
Like holding my hand, dragging me, like, look at this, like all of the things that God loves. God is like, look at all this stuff.
yeah.
That's what I feel like, and I
Nice.
love it. It's been great.
Okay, great.
Per.
Physically,
That was so long. I'm so sorry.
No, don't be sorry about nothing.
physically, I feel. What's a good word? Like a little weak.
That is not what I was expecting.
Me either.
I'm trying to think of like, because
What
I
is
wasn't feeling good this morning.
Oh, right.
I know.
So I just feel like
makes
physically a
sense.
little,
Depleted.
yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm sorry.
emotionally, I feel joy. I
Word.
feel a lot of joy. I feel like I'm very close to completing like a new task and responsibility that I took on this year. It was a lot more than I bargained for.
I knew it.
Shout out to parents
Yeah.
because
Shout outs to parents.
we be doing so many things.
Y'all do.
I'm so
And
happy for y'all.
and shout out to my parents because I never thought about how much work truly went into having your kids in sports.
Oof.
Never thought about it. And me
Yeah.
and my brother were in sports from age 5 until teenagers.
Yeah.
So this was our whole lives of them carting us back and forth to practices, back and forth to games, competitions, football camps, like all the things. So the money,
Yeah.
the time, and they did it happily every year.
Aw.
With I
love
never even
that.
saw all
Me
the
too.
stuff that I've been experiencing this year. I never even saw it on my mother or my father's face. I
Right.
never saw the like I don't want to be here or I don't want to do. Never saw it
Right.
at all. And me and my brother are 2 different age groups, so that meant it was their whole day, baby.
Yeah.
When my
Yeah.
daughter's done, I get to go home, but they would have to wait like 2 more games to get to my brother's game.
Right.
It was all day events. So
Yeah.
shout out to all of them. You know, I'm now one of them. So
You are.
I'm proud of myself that we made it.
Yeah, killing it.
And attention. My attention is also on that. Or is that what my attention was? I did
Nope.
emotionally. Joyous.
Yep.
So my attention is also on that. My attention is also
Yeah.
on the ending of the cheerleading season.
Go
We
ahead.
are going to, this is not in real time, but in this time, competition is tomorrow.
Right.
So my attention is on that and
Going
my
for
girls.
first place.
Second place.
And making
Hell yeah.
sure
Second place,
that
hell yeah.
they are. I have been coaching, which was not what I thought I was doing this year, but I've been coaching the team. So I'm just really focused on making sure that my girls do what they're supposed to do and that we win
Yes.
tomorrow. And then I can give y'all an update. You
I'm
know,
excited.
on how that went.
I'm very excited.
And spiritually, I feel. Spiritually, I feel tired,
I feel that.
and that's that on that.
I love the smile, and that's that on
that.
that.
Because it's not a sad tired.
Yeah,
I don't
you.
feel like I'm like, y'all, I am just tired.
True.
Like, it don't feel like that,
Sometimes.
but I'm tired.
Dang, I meant to sing and we're gonna roll. I want that to be a habit of mine.
Okay, let's do it next time.
Yeah.
You want to
Just
like
thought about
harmonize or?
Yeah, you can harmonize. You
Yeah,
wanna do that?
Okay, I'll think about it.
All right, cool. Gave me the idea, but like,
Right,
I'll think about it. Shot me down. Physically, I have a cut on my lip
I'm
because
so sorry. Did you
I
have you
was
been telling
shaving.
lies? Oh,
I was shaving my mustache, and
oh.
you can't see it though. I mean, it's so little, but
But
I
it's
can
annoying.
feel it when I smile. Fuck. Oh, 'cause it's spreading my lip apart.
Oh, that reminds. You know what that
I'm so
reminds me of.
sorry that you're going through this.
I know, right?
Stop spreading people's ass cheeks open like that, men and people who.
I'm really happy you said that.
Stop doing that.
I'm really happy
Stop
you said
doing
that.
that. Stop doing
I'm
that.
really happy you said that.
Stop doing
No,
that.
I'm really happy you said
It's
that.
never moisturized enough back there for you to just spread it from east to west. Stop.
Different sides of the country. Like,
Please stop. Continue. I'm sorry.
no, thank you for that. That was a great, yeah. Joy, per usual. I like when like we're all here and we got people in the building. I
Yes.
just like that.
Shout out to the people in the building.
Yeah, our homies. My attention is actually on this damn
Yeah.
dishwasher. I don't know if nobody
Nobody
really
can
hear
ever
it, but
hear it
it's
in the
right
mics.
under me.
These are
so
great
it's
mics.
Very annoying. Yeah, the mics are
You
great.
made a great investment.
Thank you.
I'm proud.
Thanks. Are you proud too?
I'm about to say you. Look, now we both like.
Like, what you want me to say?
Like, what
Like,
the fuck?
are you gonna be proud? You're using them too.
I'm so proud.
Okay, good. So my attention's on that small little thing,
Yeah.
and spiritually, I feel I'm guided. Thank you for your time.
You know what I just thought about?
Tell me,
You said small. Never mind. This is this is silly.
are you sure?
Yep. Let's not give attention to it.
Got it.
Okay.
Tati, take it away, please.
So first, I'm gonna start by saying where I definitely got this whole idea from. I was listening and watching Shan Booty's podcast, Lovers and Friends, and she
A
had
fave.
my girl Cammie on there, who I love, who I discovered her from. She now co-hosts Catfish with Neve.
Correct.
When
Oh.
Max left, and that was how I first seen her. And when she first got on there, I was like, "Who's this really fine, thick black girl?" Like, I was
Max
like,
left.
Yeah, Max is gone.
Damn. Didn't know that.
First of all, the amount of genuine shock, and this was years ago,
Years.
is hilarious.
I'm not a
it's been
fan of
some time.
But
Catfish.
yeah, she's been on there for like some seasons
admit it.
now.
Okay.
But when I first saw her, I was just, it seemed like such a random, like, I was like, how did they pick her? Like, this was so strange, but I love her. She's
Yeah.
gorgeous.
Very gorgeous.
And so while they were
Smart.
on there, the whole premise of it was that Cammie is turning, or she is 30 now, but she was turning 30. She was actually turning 30 the very next day. So there was a segment in the show that was all about things that you are leaving in your 20s and the things that you are replacing them with in your 30s. And so I thought that would be nice for us to talk about. So I'm just going to bring up some topics.
Yeah.
And then based on those topics, you guys can just say, like, what in that space you left in your 20s.
Okay.
So first, we're gonna go with
Oh no.
fashion.
Oh.
I was trying to
Fashion.
decide. I was like, do I want to go light or do I want to get
Yeah,
heavy?
go light.
Yeah, I'm gonna go light. So fashion choices, Bree Stores.
I don't know if I think I've talked about this on the show, but I know I talked about this with Michael and my other friend Ari. I am really heavy on my feet, and I hate that about myself. I ruin shoes.
Okay.
My shoes get they go from nude to looking like real grungy really fucking fast, and I hate that.
I don't know what you're doing in them.
Me neither. literally. You know what's my Ivy Park shoes, like the those peach colored ones?
Yeah, yeah.
Gorgeous fucking shoes.
And
by
they
the
still
way.
look brand new.
Not at all.
Damn it.
But those were the first shoes that I made a conscious effort. I was like, I have to be delicate and light and only wear these on special occasions. Really.
Yeah.
Couldn't tell you why they look they're ruined, and I don't know. I don't
Are you
understand.
partying hard? People
I don't
stepping on them?
understand.
Do you clean your shoes after?
No, because here's the thing. When I was a kid, my brother used to be the manager at Foot Locker.
Yeah.
And I did not have anything to do with my own shoes. I was very privileged in that way from my brother working there. He bought my shoes. He laced and tied my shoes. I had to reteach myself to tie my shoes as an adult because I never tied my own shoes because Jonathan would lace them up, tie them for me. I would slip my little fucking foot in, and I would go to school. And if he saw that my shoes, if I came in the house and my shoes were a little dirty, he would be like, leave those by my door tonight. And he would clean my shoes, literally. Jonathan just took care of my, because he doesn't fucking like that shit.
Yeah.
Jonathan hates that.
Right.
He will not talk to a woman if her shoes are busted. He does not
That's
like that.
what's up.
And
Sound advice.
such a shame that I turned out the way that I did. But yeah, I hate that about myself. So I would really like to leave that in my 20s, even though I'm 30 already. Haven't left it yet, but I would really like to figure that out. I don't know if it is me just leaning into it and just knowing this about myself to the point where I'm like, okay, girl, well, now maybe boss up, bitch, and you just buy shoes more often. You just buy more shoes more often because
I definitely want that.
it's inevitable. It's either that or finding a service, doing something. I have to let that go, but that is mine. I have to stop fucking shoes up.
The only thing I could envision in my head, while you were saying that, when you were like, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what's happening. All I could think about
doing the heel toe. Because I do it. I do it
That's
every 6 seconds.
That's one of the things I know she was doing.
no.
Probably creasing up.
All I'm
She's
thinking
always
about
doing the heel toe. Though.
is us being in New Orleans when it stormed. When I said the rain was it was like a rainstorm. Rain going up to our knees, okay? So we are running through puddles, mud, all types of
And
shit
that's how they got fucked up.
to get back to our room.
I know what you're about
And I remember, we showered, we changed our clothes, we got refreshed, and afterwards, I'm at the sink, cleaning my shoes. It's I'm cleaning my shoes. I'm trying to blow dry the inside, trying to get them dry so they don't mildew and stuff. And I looked over at Bree. I was like, "You aren't gonna clean your shoes?" She said, "No." And then the next day, when we're putting our shoes on again to go somewhere, she's like, my shoes are wet.
She knew that. She knew that.
She was like, my shoes are wet. I hate this.
What is wrong with this girl?
Her,
Are you kidding me?
I was like, Bree. I was like, we ran through knee-deep water and you didn't try to clean or dry your shoes.
Wow.
And when you were talking, I was thinking in my head, that's what you're doing.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. In some variation, that is what I'm doing.
Why don't you want to just handle that?
That is hilarious.
I have an answer for that, but it's so long. It honestly deserves its own episode.
Got it. Okay, yeah.
There's
Let's put a pin.
That is great.
But yes, that.
For me, fashion-wise, I know that in my 20s, I feel like I was crop top crazy in my 20s. I
Were
feel
you?
like
Oh yeah, you were.
I
And
feel-
off the shoulder too. You had your shoulders out.
Yeah.
A lot.
Just keep naming stuff. And you always.
She always
and
brought
to
a
the point
shirt
where
with a shoulder
crop
out.
tops in general are just a fashion. So many shirts for women are all cropped these days.
I'm wearing them all summer next year.
But
I
it
can't
was
wait.
a point when I would realize I didn't always want my stomach out. And then I would be in my closet trying to find shirts. And I would be like, I don't own a shirt or a sweater or a hoodie. This is a fucking hoodie, but it's cropped. I'd be like, I don't own a thing that wasn't cropped. So I started having to make conscious decisions when I would be in stores to pick out. I would be like, okay, if I'm gonna buy, say I'm on Fashion Nova, so if I'm gonna buy 10 things, I'd be like 3 or 4 of these things have to be a full length shirt so that I can have like a mixture of the two, because every day is not a every day is not that, and I don't even be in the mood all the time
to have your stomach out.
Never.
Okay, I love that.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do in my 30s is have my stomach covered.
Probably not.
Not me.
Yeah, me either. I don't know. I feel like for guys, a lot of stuff comes and goes so much. What I don't want to have in my 20s anymore. You know what? I don't wear no more belts.
Oh, really?
Did you did wear belts in your 20s?
All the time.
Oh, so you left
belts on my jeans. I don't put belts
on my jeans specifically.
Yeah. I mean, if you're dressing up, you got to put a belt on. But I don't wear belts anymore. And I damn sure don't wear ankle socks anymore.
I don't wear belts. I don't wear belts anymore either. But I will put a belt on if they're not tight enough.
I'm just not wearing those pants.
Yeah, no, that's a real thing though. Like now I really don't like to wear stuff if it's not like fitted, but I can't. It has to feel that way. So sometimes I'll be forced to put on a belt.
Yeah, it's difficult too, because for me, my weight fluctuates, and when it starts to go down, I have a big butt, so it's hard to find pants that fit my waist and my hips and butt. Yeah.
That's one of the main saving graces about like all the high-waisted jeans and stuff is that even if they do start getting big, it's like they're still up high. So it's like they're not literally, when we were wearing like
low riders.
Yeah, like low riders and like what's the other word for them? I can't think of the other word. But when we were wearing like the jeans that were like sitting right on our waist, if those were big, your ass was out. Like your crack was out, or
my crack was out a lot in my teens.
Okay.
And you hated belts.
Hated belts.
When I met you, I would say stuff.
I'd be like,
"You just wear a belt." You'd be like, "I don't have a belt."
Just pissed off.
Like, just let it go.
And don't ask me that again.
I would always bring up such like conventional, like small things, and it would be like, "Tati," like I'm not doing it. So just let it go.
Yeah, I'm done with belts. Done with ankle socks.
I was like raised by wolves. Like the way that I act about clothes and stuff. No, like for real. It's just so uncivilized. Yeah, I love it.
Okay. So, dating.
What about it?
Yeah, what you want about?
What are you leaving in your 20s when it comes to dating? And what are you taking with you into your 30s in its place?
I am leaving, I'm trying to think of the best word for it. For some reason, like silent adoration pops up in my head. Like, when you're dealing with someone and you're dating and talking about, when this it's not very specific to me, but anyway, like, how in hindsight, like after it's all said and done, then they say the thing and you're like, oh, I didn't know you felt that way. You got to do that shit out loud up front. Yeah. Up front. It's not going to be no 2 months after we broke up, then you send this long, sweet, oh my God, if only you would have said this when we were together. No, you have to say it up front. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. No more silent adoration is what I want to call it.
Okay. Yeah. That's a nice topic.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
For me, it's definitely uncertainty or like feelings of uncertainty or not knowing.
Wow, it took mine.
Love that. What's going on in a situation, or having the like, well, I don't really know how he feels, or did it like being stuck in those spaces. I feel like are bound to come like in a relationship at some point. When you're first dating or first meeting somebody, but living in that space. I've been in situations where I could have dated somebody for 6 months, and the whole time it was always an unsteady, like, I don't know what's happening, but we're just gonna see and like hope for the best, and I think in my 30s. I definitely got to a space where I was like,
get in, loser. We're falling in love.
Basically.
It's your only option.
Yeah.
Please.
Just being played like a fool. I'm moving that in the 20s.
being played.
Yeah, it's just like,
a
come on now.
fool.
Come on now.
Do what you really want to do,
Interesting.
and let's talk about that, and then we can go our separate ways.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I don't want to waste nobody's time. I don't want to waste your time.
Period.
And I haven't been wasting nobody's time.
It sure haven't. And I'm so proud of you. I
Thank
tell you
you.
this all the time
You
already.
do
Like
tell me
you
that. I
are
love that.
you are doing it so right. I love
Thanks.
it. I love it.
Yes. Friendships.
I am leaving. I want to say like fear of conflict in my 20s. I think that there have been a lot of times where I've been afraid to like show who I am in that particular moment because I'm scared like, oh, I don't want people to think I'm fake because I didn't say this last time, or I'm different, or I think differently about this thing, or this thing bothers me now that didn't bother me our entire friendship, but now I don't like it, but I don't want to make waves, so just deal with it. Like, you know,
Right.
I think I'm leaving fear. I'm embracing that conflict is a part of all connections and relationships, and I'm trusting that the people who love me are willing to exist in conflict with me comfortably.
Okay.
For me, even though I think I did this already in my 20s, like early 20s, but I think for me, releasing like a feeling of ownership over my friends, I think
Oh, wow.
that like teenage years and then like early 20s, I think I had like a strong, I don't even know how to explain it, but I felt like like you're mine, like you're mine, and you're mine. So, and because of that, I also don't need anybody else because like, because you like, this is my circle. And I think what shook that, honestly, what taught me to like release that was Michael leaving Columbia.
I was just about to say
Yeah,
that.
like when he went to Howard, it forced me, for one, I had to physically release him. he left.
We were
I'm
attached
like,
at
and
the
then I had to, I made other friendships and like made other connections, or like other friendships got deeper. Yeah, like because of his absence. And so
You were like, fine, I guess I'll call Bree now.
We talk about that all the time. Not for you, but just
I
like,
guess I could talk to
you
Brianna.
left me here. I have to go figure out.
But
Best
no,
decision
it
you've ever
definitely
made.
taught me that like your friends don't belong to you.
Word.
Like they don't have to like stay in your back pocket. Like they're allowed to
I love that.
go outside.
Wow, that's a really good one.
And the real ones are always still there.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's how
Yeah,
you
like
know.
it didn't change anything.
Yeah, that's how you know.
It's all in your head. That's why I said like it was
Yes.
like this was like a early, because that's kind of like, it's like a kid thing.
Yeah.
Kind of like when you're like have your friends and then you hear that they were like hanging out with somebody else and you're like, like you weren't like you didn't call me, you didn't invite me, like you just like fine, I guess we're not friends anymore.
Yeah.
No, never. Friendships. I love friendships. I don't know. I guess I've been starting to create more boundaries.
Ooh. Stunning.
I don't have to do what everyone's doing all the time. And I like my solo time. Even if some group of friends are like going to do a thing, I'm like, I'm just not really up for it, y'all. Y'all can go ahead. Please enjoy yourselves. I don't have to be there. And them respecting that and like understanding that like, okay, he'll come around when he feels like it or whatever. Respecting the boundary.
And you respecting that.
Yeah.
You allowing yourself
like
to lean into that.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I really don't have to. Yeah, I can separate myself for the day.
I love that.
So yeah, I've actually just started practicing that recently.
Yeah. I love it.
Yeah. Thanks.
Creativity in your creative spaces, your creative mind.
I am hoarding my creativity and feeling like this makes me feel like I'm about to cry.
Yes.
Why? Every episode now. I'm not going to cry. Not like really cry. But I think that I used to feel like if I shared certain parts of my creativity, like I was taking it away from myself. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I remember distinctly telling, like, even some of y'all, like, when I would sing places and when people would ask me, like, why? Like, when I would say to people, like, yeah, I don't invite my close friends or my family to any live performances that I do, and people are like, why not? And I'm like, because it's mine. Like, this is like my thing, and it's like I didn't want to share it with people. And I don't know, that sounds so weird, but I think that I guess I'm getting activated. Like, the tears came up because I guess I still haven't really processed what that is, but I think I'm ready to, and I'm ready to use whatever I find from that to help me to expand more into being able to just like know, like, I don't even know what that is. Like, why does it feel like I'm taking my creativity away from myself by giving it to others? And it's only certain things, because obviously we've been podcasting for 6 years, and I release things that I write and stuff, but like music specifically, I'm like, this is mine, you know? Right. And it's like, where's that gotten me? That's weird, you know? So I'm releasing, hoarding my creativity so that I can better embrace sharing it.
Got it.
And allowing myself to be recognized for it, because I'm dope.
You are.
Thank you.
Well, the thing that I need to leave in my 20s, I still have not left it there. It's still here. But I need to release, what's a good way to put it? Like self-doubt or telling myself that I can't do something. Because it's not necessarily like self-doubt in myself, but I think I have gotten comfortable in a space of being like, well, you just don't have time for that. You know, like, you just don't, like, hey, like, you're booked. You know, like you're all booked up. Like, if you look in your calendar, there's no space for, and now I'm gonna write a book. You know, and I've just and throughout my 20s, I think throughout my later 20s, I just accepted that as fact. Yeah. Like, this is just where you are now, you know, and I know moving forward, because being an author and writing a book is still a dream of mine. It's not like that has changed. So moving forward, I know I need to find a way to release that and find some way to, like, make everything work the same way I make anything else work.
Exactly.
You know,
Definitely.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I love that.
That's a good one. For me, actually, I kind of been thinking about this week. Sometimes, just because I'm big on, like, equipment and stuff, I be feeling like I need the best of the best all the time, and I don't. And I already have a lot in here that I know I can get things done with. And this has just been my mindset as of recently. I'm like, you have enough to get anything done, execute whatever you have in your mind. So don't focus on, like, got to get the latest and the greatest, because I've always been that way.
Yeah.
So I'm releasing that shit. I got enough here to get shit done.
To execute. And do more.
Yeah.
And do
I
more.
love that.
Yeah.
Y'all are filling me up right now. That feels so good.
Yeah, we're so full.
Love it. Sex life.
Ooh, what about it?
What are you gonna leave in your What are you gonna leave in your 20s, and what are you trying to bring into your 30s?
Come on, yeah.
This is difficult. Can you go first, Michael?
I'll try.
I'm trying to think.
I'll try.
What I'm going to leave.
Well, I've kind of already been just doing it more.
That's what you're calling into your 30s.
I'm replacing. 20s was.
Yeah, it was stale.
Yeah, and
Look,
I just want to do it more in my 30s, and I have been.
And
it's been a great time.
For it. I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
I guess I want to release. You know what? Okay, I would release from my 20s. I guess, like, this rigidity. I think that I had this idea of what my sexuality meant, and I, like, created a little box and I stuffed myself in it. You know what I'm saying? And, like, to the outside world, it looked expansive. Like, oh, Brianna's she's so into it. She does da-da-da. But it was actually really suffocating to like try to get myself to be like it was performative. That's what it was. Like, my sexuality was very performative. So I think that I want to release that, and I want to call in just being more fluid, like moment to moment, like not like, okay, I'm in front of this person and like, oh, what do I do to like wow this moment? What do I do to like, you know, like make a mark instead of really trying to connect and really like being there and being open to like, you know, what I mean? I just want to be more fluid and more flexible with the moments that I am encountering sex instead of me being like, yep, I'm the girl, I do the stuff, you know? It's like gross.
Gross.
So
Yeah. I think mine's is like on the same line as Michael's. Like I think
fuck more.
I think I spent a large portion of my 20s abstinent.
Correct.
And then even when I wasn't abstinent, like I still was just
It was just.
yeah.
It was just.
Yeah. it just was what it was.
Yeah.
And
Didn't quite butter our biscuits.
Yeah.
yeah, and going into my 30s,
Really knowing what we want, right?
knowing what I want is so that I can enjoy it and it can be a thing that I do want to do, you know, and that is important. you
Yes,
know,
exactly.
And learning that, like, no, this is an extremely important aspect of a relationship. I think that if you had asked me when I was like 20, 21, like 18 to like 25 or something, I could have been one of those people that would be like, if you had to rate the importance of sex in a relationship, I would have probably rated it like last.
Yeah.
I would have been like, you know, we don't have to.
It's
Like,
what it
yeah,
is.
like if he's bad at it, then just won't do it. All right? Like, you know, like
Someone, am I right?
that's how I used to look at it. And as I got older, it was like, no, that's not how you feel. And almost in kind of how you said, like how you created like this kind of space, and then it started feeling kind of like suffocating. I think I had created in my mind this version of myself, like who I was, and a person that like, oh, like I don't like,
the
I'm
cool
not having
girl.
sex with anybody like right away, you know, or like
Ooh,
like
yeah,
I like
yeah.
you
I
have,
was like
it
that
take,
too.
like it takes time, you know,
Right.
to like
Please.
to get me, or like
It's like,
oh,
who cares?
like oh, I'm not gonna
Yeah.
be, you know, if you ask me how many sex partners I have, like it's never gonna be like this
Right.
extensive, you
Right.
know, no number. Like I was like watching, and I think that a part of that is genuinely me.
Yeah,
you know,
for sure,
that
for sure.
like that is who I am. But I feel like the legend of it got bigger than me, and after a while, it was just like, oh, it's kind of out of my hands now. You know,
Yeah.
like they think what they think. So
Right. That's good.
I love it. I'm gonna let you think what you think and think you know what you know.
'cause
'Cause
obviously you
you
don't.
don't know.
nothing.
Cute little 12-inch.
That's hilarious.
Cute little 12-inch.
Ew.
It
She
wasn't
didn't know
even.
where it came from.
Because I just thought about
Wasn't
him
even
just
12
being
inches.
like,
It wasn't.
what did he say? Like he just sold me some blood, and that was that.
Sold me a
Like,
couple bags, and that was that.
yeah.
Shut your dick sucking ass mouth.
We could do a whole episode on that.
We could.
That was a great time. I actually just watched that video like a month ago or so.
And it was
'cause I
still,
thought
it
about
still hit the same.
Yeah.
It's still hilarious.
Yeah.
And then he got in the car and called her naked.
Yeah.
Like I
It's just so so
Yeah,
dusty.
somehow-
The whole thing was so dusty. And dirty.
Anyways, I need $40.
I need another $40, Daddy.
Why is $40 the dirty
I
amount?
hate that amount.
Why is that the dirty amount to ask for?
dirty.
I hate that
It's
amount.
dirty.
I hate that amount.
That's hilarious.
40.
Like, you know how people ask, like, oh, how would you respond, like, if you had a one-night stand with someone and they left money on the nightstand?
Yeah.
If it was $40 specifically, I'm starting a fire. I'm about to beat your ass because what do you really think of me?
What if it was like $42?
I'd
Like,
be
what
okay
if
with
he
that.
was like,
I'd be okay with that.
I can't leave this bitch
Bec-
40.
Especially if it was like if there are dollars, if there are dollar bills, that lets me know that you gave me all. That would make me feel like you gave me all you had.
Yeah, exactly. That's
know
true.
what I'm
That's
saying?
true.
Like you really just emptied
Like
out
he
your
opened
wallet.
his wallet and was like, shit, this all.
That's all I got. Sweet dreams.
You know what probably made the 40 dirty? Like part of it was baby
Beauty
boy.
shop.
$40.
Yes,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm saying like $40, and the way he said the $40,
Yeah.
it was like $40.
You know,
really?
I
like.
you know what
We
I
all
want for
agreed.
us? I want us to get so for our wordies to get so like invested in us that y'all start documenting how many times we bring up baby boy on this show. Somebody tell me, because I try to avoid it.
Or just a lot. We bring up a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So much.
talk about yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, and my last thing is there anything that you wish you still had from your 20s? Is there any version of yourself or any
Shit.
characteristic that you're like, oh, I miss that about me, actually?
So I think everything happened the way it's supposed to, you know. Mm-hmm. But I think that if I had to choose a thing, I feel like I don't know what that thing is.
Yeah,
that's
like
hard. I don't know what it is, but there's something about early 20s specifically. Mm-hmm. And maybe it's just like life's pressure just gets to us. We're 30 now. And even if like we try to be like free and like whatever, like age doesn't define us, da 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 da. Like I have plenty of time. Like we try to tell ourselves that, but it doesn't feel like that the way 23 did. Like the way 22 felt for me.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Like I was out here having a fucking, like I was having a blast. Like in the worst of times. In the worst of times. We had such a good time. Like it was something about, it was a certain freedom that I think just naturally comes for 20 somethings. And I don't know about, you know, every country on earth or whatever, but like in our specific society, there's like this lack of pressure that creates this like real freedom, like this real raw fucking freedom of just like, I'm not even thinking about it. Like the way that I'm thinking, the way that I have to say to myself, like, oh, girl, you're only 30. You have plenty of time. Like, there was not a thought. I was not saying, like, girl, I'm only 23. I'm out here. Like, I was just out. Like, I was just outside.
Yeah.
I missed that. I think I just missed, I missed the opportunity to, like, really experience things for the first time. Mm-hmm. You know? I really missed that now. That done had me crying.
Okay.
But...
I'm like, okay, let's keep talking about that.
No,
I'm just kidding.
But like, yeah, I think I just, it's just the freedom of it, the freedom of going into something and not knowing what it is. Because now it feels like, you know, I'm making a decision. You know, like I have to choose. I'm opting into something. And at first, it was just like, well, you're just walking, you're just going about. You know, I don't know. Freedom.
Right.
I love it.
Okay. Well. For me, it's my energy. And first of all, I am an old soul in a general sense. I've always been like, I've never been the girl that's just like, let me be outside 24/7. Like I can stay up all night. I don't need no sleep. Let's this. I've never been that. I'm always the girl that be looking at that'd be in the club and be like, I think we've been here
whenever you're ready.
You know, yeah. That is our favorite.
Whenever
to
you're ready.
lean into each other. Whenever you're
no pressure.
We always like me, you, and Drea P are always the
no, and I'm always the
anytime.
No, a couple more minutes.
A couple more people. You'll be on your phone like people are on the way.
No rush. No rush. I'm just letting you know.
Yeah, we're just letting you know whenever you're
ready. I can
ready.
go at any time.
Whenever you're ready.
So I've always been that girl. But there was a space, I'm going to say, between like 17 and probably like 22, 23.
The best
that
times.
I had all the
best times.
I was for
the
all the
best
shit.
times.
I was for all the like, let's do it. We outside.
Yeah, like Tati, get in my car.
Minute.
Yep.
You can call me and be like, it could be 11 o'clock. Like, no, we found this party and we gonna get up and go.
We were
like,
drinking Jägermeister.
Right.
I still don't have no problem with Jaeger.
I love Jaeger.
Haven't had it in forever, but I never counted it out.
Right.
Delicious.
I was just telling. What are the things that came in the can?
Four Loko.
Four Locos.
I was just about to say that. We used to split a
7-Eleven, walking to the 7-Eleven, just buying one of the big Four Locos, and we would just walk the downtown streets.
Yeah.
Just taking turns drinking out of the can.
I honestly think in light of you saying, like, what are we releasing from our 20s and bringing into our 30s, I'm bringing that into my 30s. Mm-hmm. I think that for me, especially when it comes to, like, money matters and stuff like that, like, it's good for me to remember those things because, yes, there was, like, less pressure because I was a kid. Like, you know, I was very young. Yeah. But, like, nobody understood how broke I was in college. Yeah. Like, especially because, and it felt so jarring because I did have like a pretty cozy high school life, you know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like very cozy. And then college was just a whole fucking different situation. But I had so much fun. Mm-hmm. Like I had so much fun. And then I'm bringing that into my
college
30s.
Is also a safe space to be broke.
Like,
that's like where you
because there are so many. Of course, you have some friends that are like, have more, able to do more, have more money. But then you come in contact with some people that literally are out there like, no, I don't have anything. Like, I have this dorm room.
Yep.
I got this meal card, you know, and that's it, you know, like, so.
And didn't know that I didn't have it during spring break.
Anything. And it doesn't mean anything, though. Like, I feel like that's a space for most cases. Your financial standing means nothing to anybody. Yeah. Nobody like, oh, she broke, or oh, she can't buy this, or he can't do this, or that. Like, nobody cares.
We all waited for that.
We're all here.
Even more so than early adolescence, because I feel like early adolescence, that's pivotal too. Like, if being poor as a kid is not a good time for like your peers, like your school friends and stuff. Yeah. But you're right. College, it was like, we all just out here. We're doing whatever. Yeah, some of us got it. Some of us don't.
If you were like, I don't have $5 to get into that party, nobody was like, you ain't got $5.
Yeah,
right. You know, like, it was just like, true.
Yeah.
like,
or like I got you, or like, okay, pick your titties up a little bit. Maybe we could tell the dude at the, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
you finesse that shit.
Like, it just wasn't
we were just
a thing.
I want to bring that energy with me into my 30s, because I think that what happened as I got older was like this worry, because I feel like, well, now I'm supposed to, now I have to, you know what I'm saying? Wow. But it's like everything always worked out. And I think it probably worked out even faster because we weren't worried. We were just like, man, it is what it is.
It's exactly what it is.
So
exactly, I agree with all of that. Wow, pick your titties up sounds like a time where I was at Howard.
I want my titties up to my fucking.
But like I had most of my group of friends were women. It was like 12 of them, and we all go out, and they're like, it's probably gonna be $20 for guys. And I'm like, well, y'all ain't doing that. It's like, but you're the only guy, so we'll get you in for free. And they got me for free every single time. So because I
came with the bad bitches. So if I'm leaving, I'm taking all the bad bitches. I said that at the door
every time. I'm like, all right, y'all, know we gone. It's like, all right, hold on, player, hold on, player.
Exactly.
All right, that's what I thought. Get me in this bitch.
That's what I thought.
Cause they was like, yeah, we all leaving then.
But that was always your reputation, even in high school.
Yeah.
Like, niggas used to always be like, well, Mike gonna bring the bro.
Right.
Like, Mike gonna bring
I love how we
bitches.
all, like, that's the sound that they all
That's
make.
how they all sound.
Mike gonna bring them.
It's always the choking mic.
Yeah,
that you can barely get it out your throat.
Come on, Mike. Come on, Mike. You coming through.
I don't know why we act like that's how they talk, but
that's how niggas talk.
That's how they talk.
Like, right?
20s. I guess just time. I learned a lot of great lessons in 20s. I just wish I had a little more time. Bringing more time back into the 30s to do what I fucking want to do.
Word.
So, yeah, thanks for that, Tots.
Thank you. I got to sneeze. I wanted you to talk while I sneeze.
Oh, well, we were.
Excuse me.
I was like, we were done.
Thank you. Oh, that's it. Thank you so much. Thank y'all so much. If you were engaged in this conversation and have any answers, leave them in the reviews. Leave them in the comments. Share with us. Also, the same way that we did our icebreaker today, answering a question from someone in the comments, we would love to answer your questions that you put in the comments as well. So don't be shy. Thank you all for doing so. Please continue. Thank you, Tati, for this production.
Yeah.
Please continue to do all the things that you've always done. Follow us where you can follow us on TikTok at Away with Words the Podcast and Instagram at Away with Words the Podcast. And you can follow me there at Bree.stories and at Bree_stories on TwitTwat for as long as we have it. And you can follow at Tati on Instagram and at Hey Tati on TwitTwat. And y'all know better. You should be following at MJMKid and at moments_stew by now. And if you're not, get to it. We love y'all so much. Happy Thanksgiving. And we'll talk to y'all next week. Everybody say bye.
Bye.